There's a lot of Manchester United in the transfer rated today. Stevie's here to sort the wheat from the chaff, so to speak. Let's start with Romelu Lukaku, who's apparently got a meeting with Solskjaer and the rest to sort out his Manchester United future. Amidst rumours, he's off.
Well, I would suggest that it hasn't been a success. Under normal circumstances, that would mean that either yourself or the club will look for a way to get you out. Problem is, who's going to pay a lot of money for him, and who's going to pay the wages that he's on at Manchester United? So this is one of those situations for United that they would like to get rid of, but they're going to find it very difficult unless they take a big financial hit.
You don't think that there's anyone out there who would want a 25-year-old striker?
Everton, you mean?
You're putting this down as a miss then to leave
Correct,
Man United?
absolutely.
Okay. Luka Modric to leave Real Madrid after Zidane has spoken about maybe making use of him in his last year of his contract. Does this make sense?
Not for me, no. Real Madrid definitely, they need rebuilding, that's for sure. But of all the players that you would think of that need to move on, I don't think Modric is one of them. You know, yes, he's not had a great season, but I think a lot of that is to do with the World Cup. You know, he's not had a break for 2 or 3 years. He's not had a rest, and I think that's the biggest problem for Modric. So, if I'm the coach of Real Madrid, this guy stays.
Okay, in his final year, would you ask him to sign a contract as well?
Absolutely, yeah,
All
no
right.
question.
Okay, Edinson Cavani is a year younger than Modric. All-time record goal scorer at PSG. He's been there 6 years. What more can he achieve there? Is he heading to the Premier League? Maybe Man United interested?
Well, I think the fact that Solskjaer is a manager means to me that I think he might want to go to a front two. Mm-hmm. Lukaku and Rashford doesn't work for me because of Lukaku. Martial is not somebody I would play in the front two. So Cavani to me makes a lot of sense. You know, you've got a guy with so much experience. I think all he would do is help Rashford. Now, Rashford right now in his own right is a fantastic player, but I think for him to play along someone like Cavani, you know, learn little tricks of the trade, and I think this is going to be a hit. You know, I think Cavani's probably had enough PSG, and this would suit him. Experienced player, going to United and to help rebuild them. Makes sense.
All right. Sanchez to leave United. Serie A destination.
Get
Juventus.
that and stick it over there.
No? Okay.
There is about as much chance of this guy moving as me moving to Manchester United. I mean, who is going to pay a guy who doesn't even play? A guy who clearly is past his best, but is on an obscene amount of money. I mean, Juventus, where's he going to play? Dybala's there, Pjanic is there, Ronaldo's there. I mean, this guy is going to be, in my opinion, this guy is going to be stuck at United for at least another 12 months. At least another 12 months. I don't see this guy going anywhere. I don't see anybody who's any good that would want him, because as good as he was, that's the thing you talk about now with Sanchez, was, not is.
It may well be that United would have to pay 80% of his wages. If something like that were to happen, could you see him making a home, maybe not at Juventus, maybe elsewhere in Serie A? His agent was in Milan recently.
The problem Manchester United have got is something we spoke about already with Lukaku. You know, if he was the only piece of dead wood that they had to get rid of, then you could see it happening.
Uh-huh.
They've got so much dead wood. I mean, where do they stop?
All right. Matthijs de Ligt, apparently this was signed, sealed, delivered to Barcelona to join Frankie de Jong, but now, of course, with what's happened in the Champions League, of course, he scored against Tottenham as well, continuing to rise to the expectation and the challenge in front of him. Is it still going to be Barcelona that he ends up at? Because Dazar has talked about him maybe going to England or Spain.
I would love to see him in England. I would love to see him at Liverpool, standing alongside Van Dijk. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'll be surprised if the Barcelona thing doesn't pan out. It's going to cost him more money, yes, but he's going to be worth it. 19 years of age, the way he reads the game already, and he's only going to get better. No question, this is a guy every single team worth of salt should be after and pay the money So I think this is a hit. I think De Ligt, yes, is going to end up at Barcelona.
They might just have to pay a little bit more for him now.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got Cavani to Manchester United, we've got De Ligt to Barcelona. Elsewhere, United still trying to shed the dead wood.